June is Pride Month and celebrations are in full swing across the nation, but you might not realize for millions of LGBTQ seniors who made all of this possible, life can still be a major struggle. ABC's Morgan Norwood has this story.
Gays fight back! Gays fight back!
The young generation that led the charge at Stonewall in New York City in 1969, setting off the gay rights movement, are now seniors with a new set of burdens. SAGE, the country's largest and oldest organization aimed at improving the lives of LGBTQ seniors, has been working hard since 1978 to give these civil rights pioneers a much-needed hand up.
Historically, same-sex couples were denied the right to any form of relationship recognition, including things like pension benefits, retirement benefits, Social Security, survivor benefits. That did change almost a decade ago now with marriage and the recognition of marriage equality. But the change came too late for many elders now.
And financial distress isn't the only hardship they face. Data from the U.S. Census Bureau shows that LGBTQ elders 65 and up are more likely to suffer from anxiety and depression than their straight peers. This is because they're more likely to live in isolation, have inadequate health care, and often fear discrimination in senior facilities because of their sexuality or gender identity. The good news is there are many who are flourishing despite these disparities. Bill Meehan, a former Roman Catholic priest, says the most important decision he made was living in his own truth.
It came out that I was gay, and my order was not exactly thrilled with that. They wanted me to go away for a little bit of therapy, what would have been today's conversion therapy, and I said, no, I don't think so. That's not for me. And so I left.
Bill set out on a new path, but as he got older, the rising cost of rent was pricing him out of his Queens, New York neighborhood. And that's when he came across Stonewall House in Brooklyn, an LGBTQ-friendly senior living facility that provides subsidized housing to those with lower incomes. Bill was lucky enough to win his place through a housing lottery.
And so my rent went from $1,900 down to $620. So it enabled me to live without worry about the rent.
But the demand for LGBTQ-friendly housing is far outpacing the supply. According to SAGE, there are only 31 affordable living facilities across 14 states and Washington, D.C. However, thanks to senior community spaces like the SAGE Center at Stonewall House, seniors can come together in fellowship. For Barbara Abrams, it's a home away from home, which for SAGE is mission accomplished.
They're like your family because they show you love. People actually waving to say, see you tomorrow. That feels great.
Morgan Norwood, ABC News, New York.
And a Kentucky couple is joining the President and First Lady for a Pride Month celebration at the White House today. Greg Burke and Michael DeLeon were plaintiffs in Kentucky's original marriage equality lawsuit. They later joined Obergefell and Hodges to help push for LGBTQ marriage across the country. Now they're heading to Washington, D.C. along with the Kentucky Fairness Campaign to celebrate the 9th anniversary of the historic Supreme Court decision. That celebration will take place in D.C. at 6 tonight. And coming up